What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk SPK.
Yeah, on your face. Say the black man is God.
The black man is God.
I apologize.
I apologize.
Spare me.
Spare me.
Kick the beat. So guys, you know the pro-black community is huge and it is diverse just like any other community. It's not just, hating on the white man and fighting the system. It's divided amongst your intellectuals and then your Pookie and Ray Ray class, okay? For example, let's look at your intellectuals of today. People like Dr. Claude Anderson, for an example. The late President Kwame Nkrumah, people like Dr. Amos Wilson. All right, you could even include Malcolm X into that, and people like Dr. John Henry Clark. These are people that have ideas that progress either the Pan-African community or they progress the African-American community to another level. Martin Luther King, Carter G. Woodson. Unfortunately, in every community, there is a ghetto, okay, with trash, weed, blunts, 40-ounce bottles. You get my drift, right? In this sector, now you have people like Young Pharaoh, to a certain degree, Dr. Umar Johnson, and Brother Polite, okay? And drum roll, please. Our boy, Eligio Bishop, you may know him as Nature Boy. Nature Boy music! Yeah, let me get a woo! So, Nature Boy is one of these guys from the New York City. He used to be cool with Young Pharaoh and stuff like that. And, he's been on the platform of like Sonetter, but he's a little different, right? He decided that he was gonna move out of the country and take his following with him. Now, he first was in like somewhere in Central America. He was in Costa Rica. And then there were, a lot of allegations of him scamming his members out of money. And, he was like sleeping with a lot of the women and stuff like that, taking his followers' wives and girlfriends. But there's also been some allegations of him doing some pornography with white men, in which he admitted that he did that also. But he's been, under a lot of controversy. He was recently on Sonetter, and, he has like a cult following. People call him God, right? But something happened with God the other day. Master Chief, or the demigod, or God, as he likes to call himself, was arrested in DeKalb County, Georgia, okay? And well, what was he doing? Well, allegedly, the RAPE allegations, beating on women, okay? All kind of other stuff, revenge, PORN, and the charges come in false imprisonment, sending sexual explicit messages. Now, you're gonna see this video that comes on Fox News, on Fox DeKalb County, and where he's sharing these sexual education videos and things like that. But I know you guys don't believe me, so let's go ahead on and play that clip.
Yeah, Carbon Nation, this is a group that says they abide by a different philosophy. Their leader, Eligio Bishop, appeared in court for the first time today since being arrested earlier this week at a DeKalb County home. And after a judge read out his warrants, his charges, he simply replied by saying, quote, outstanding. Neighbors there in that DeKalb County community are concerned tonight.
Mr. Bishop, good afternoon, sir.
Eligio Bishop saw a judge for the first time since his arrest earlier this week. His case now lies in the hands of Superior Court. DeKalb police arrested Bishop at this home in Decatur, charging him with rape, false imprisonment, and 3 counts of sexually explicit transmission.
He's extremely loving, extremely forgiving. Literally wouldn't hurt a fly.
This man, who goes by Captain Ace, says he's part of the group Carbon Nation. Ace calls Bishop the head of the international organization.
This is one of the most troubling experiences I've ever had. The man that most people refer to as Nature Boy, I refer to him as God. I believe that he is God.
Ace described Carbon Nation as a religious philosophy based on science, focused on living a life of principles and morals. He joined the group about 4 years ago, and now he and 13 others live at this home under the guidance of Bishop.
I met him online. That was my initial contact with him. I seen that he was teaching knowledge that was superior to any other scholar or any other leader that I had encountered at the time.
All right, so you heard what he has to say. So, and he also, like I said, makes people give him all their money and resources. Typical cult type of stuff. And he has everything. They don't have anything. But how do we get to these kind of people? Now, we already know that cults have been happening for many years. You know, David Koresh had a cult. The real Jim Jones had a cult. They wasn't even black. But what happened such that this happens in the pro-black community? And this is not the first time. You know, you've seen the 5% Nation, Clarence 13X. Allegedly, they were somewhat of a cult. I'm not sure. Shout out to the 5% Nation, the brothers over there. But that's what's been alleged against them. The reason is that the death of the black intellectuals have allowed people to become famous. All right? The young pharaohs of the world, the people like Brother Polite, the Dr. Umar Johnson, even though he is on the level of an intellectual, but he is, you know, nothing like Brother Polite, but he's also a buffoon, okay? The death of the black intellectual, when you have your top people separated from the other folks, somebody replaces them. The people who cannot build, the buffoons, the prisoners in the jailhouse that run it. And you get this chaos. This is what happens when you have these idiots, okay? When you have buffoonish people running the circus, all right? And that's why this thing happens. You don't have them following the people that can help them, such as the black elites, such as those blacks who build. Those are the people that can help them, but they give their times following frauds, people who look to hurt them. And the reason why, and because in our community, it's a twofold problem. The black elites, some of them can feel that they are better than the rest of them and don't have time. And there's a disdain from those on the bottom towards those at the top who actually work hard for what they do. They actually have the skills to build and things like that. In our community, we have been replaced by celebrities and idiots. And this is why you see these people going so hard for this man. Like, imagine if he was a guy that was a chemist. Would he have this sort of support? No, because everything is about charisma in Black America. See, if you're charismatic, it means everything in the world. If you're not, that's a problem. And that's the issue that we have in coming on here, okay? That's what we're faced with. We're faced with those who have the charisma can reach a certain element of people and destroy Black America, when those who have the plan but not the charisma can't get anybody to listen to them. And until we solve that problem, you're always going to have a guy like this. You're always going to have a guy like Young Pharaoh. You're always going to have a guy scamming, making up shit, and stealing from the community that they're supposed to be helping. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity John. Already appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell, check out the first comment at the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains an all-time high. I'm out.